Welcome to the Matt O'Grady Coaching Podcast. This is where Matt shares all his ideas on how to be happier, more successful, and enjoy life to the fullest. Please go to mattogradycoaching.com and thelivinggratitudebook.com to learn more and receive your free micro-coaching session with Matt.
Hello, welcome to the Matt O'Grady Coaching Podcast, mattogradycoaching.com. Well, I am just back from seeing Abraham in Connecticut, and wanted to share a few quick takeaways from my experience. First of all, Esther looks amazing, and it was a great crowd, just a really, really powerful group of people. And there were so many great takeaways. I'm going to do some Abraham 101s related to this upcoming. I know you guys love that series, so I will be adding to that content as well. But I wanted to give you just a couple quick takeaways because there's one that just really stuck out in my mind. It was the one time throughout the whole workshop that I pulled out my phone and typed this sentence. Fear, doubt, and worry come from disagreeing with our inner being. Fear, doubt, and worry come about from disagreeing with our inner being. Now, there's a lot of things. This is a pretty deep statement, and there's a lot of aspects to it, but one aspect that really just kind of shot me from my seat was just kind of this immediate, deeper understanding of how important it is not to let our fear have power over us. Because the reason that we feel it is not the reason we think. We think the reasons are, I'm having financial trouble, or my relationship isn't working out, or, I'm not healthy, or, the doctor says it's going to be this, or I read about it, it's going to be this, or science says it's this, right? Whatever the reason is. And essentially, what's actually happening is something radically different. It has nothing to do with the material reasons that we think. It has nothing to do with those outer concerns, those people, those situations that we give blame to, if you will. It simply is because we're disagreeing with our inner being. Now, really important to take a moment to highlight and define the inner being. The inner being for me is the higher self, our divine spark, the truth about who we really are is this inner being. Some call it soul or spirit or Atma, right? There's so many terms for it. But regardless of the word that you use to describe it, it's essentially what is real. And if we're disagreeing with what is real, right? Because we all know on some level this life is an illusion, right? This is not real as it was described to me by one of my great teachers. And he was quoting some ancient, I believe, Indian Vedantic teacher. You're drunk and you've fallen asleep in life's waiting room. That's a description of what human life is. compared to the real. So if you're drunk and passed out and in life's waiting room, you're like several layers from what is real. But our inner being is what is real. The source connection, the truth of who we really are, the higher self, the soul. So step back from this with me for a moment. If we really take it to be true that all of our anxieties, all of our doubts, all of our worries, all of our fears are simply the product of not remembering who we really are. And if that's true, then we don't have to worry about any of those external circumstances, any of those people or situations that seem like they're in our way, because in fact, they're all an illusion. And they've only come about because we're disagreeing, right? We're making those external situations, people, whatever it is, we are making them more real than our inner being. That's where faith comes in. This is where belief comes in. This is where a really great opportunity comes in. It's an opportunity to realize that we've been giving precedence to the wrong area of our lives. And of course, we're going to focus on the physical, material aspect of our lives because we live in human bodies and we interact with people all day, usually, and we have jobs and responsibilities. Of course, I'm not telling you to, walk out your front door and never pay your bills and leave your family, okay? So chill out. It's really just subtle. You don't even need to tell anyone about this. This is just for you. Okay? The self-realization that's possible when we really step back from all the material appearances, physical appearances of life, and we just say, I'm going to get in more alignment with my inner being. I'm going to connect to my soul. I'm going to attune to my higher self, whatever it is. You know what it is, right? It's becoming more awake and aware and relaxed and calm, with full faith, full trust, full belief, full knowing that what is real is our connection to Source. What is real is our inner being. And by connecting to that, we need to become satisfied. So it was really interesting. I don't remember hearing Abraham in the past talk so much about satisfaction. But that's another area that was gone deeply into on dozens of repetitive times, is becoming satisfied. Just this subtle shift of moving away from dissatisfaction and moving towards satisfaction. And it's a subtle shift in a lot of ways, because some things really just, they're not that unsatisfying, but we just happen to be hung up on aspects of it that were dissatisfying, things that we didn't like, right? But regardless of the situation, if we can simply look for some things that satisfy us or that we like even a little bit, we gently start swinging the pendulum back towards being in alignment with who we really are. We begin to agree with our inner being that knows that whatever we want, whatever we desire, is possible for us. I love the different definitions for the term desire. There's a few that are related to of the Father, or, D-E, meaning of, and sire, as in king, father. So that this is like a higher desire. Our desires are sacred. There's a bigger plan here, folks, that we're just not all kind of clued in on, myself included, right? But I don't need to know the details. I need to know that agreeing with my inner being, letting go of all the external circumstances of life just for a moment, just for a few moments of conscious practice, right? We're just kind of experimenting and exploring and playing. None of this needs to be written in stone. Just gently and easily and, kind of with a childlike curiosity, explore this idea of getting in agreement with your higher self, with your inner being, with who you really are. And what does that really mean? Well, I believe that it has to do with living a relaxed life full of faith in everything that we want. And if you knew that you were going to get everything that you want, no matter what, how would you act in your day-to-day interactions? Would you be kinder? Would you be more generous? Would you be more patient? Would you be more peaceful? Would you be more inspired? Would you be more loving? I think so, right? Because if you knew you were going to get everything you wanted in this life, everything that was important to you, if you just knew with 100% full faith, wouldn't you just be relaxed and completely chilled out? Everything you wanted was going to come true. Everyone who you wanted love from, all of your financial goals, all of your health wishes, all of your most favorite relationships thriving, tons of love, being kindness and goodness being shared back and forth. You're going to be completely fulfilled in your work or your life's work, your art or whatever it is. And you're going to have massive amounts of just really powerful, beautiful, heart-opening, mind-expanding experiences for the rest of your life, right? If you knew that was all true, who would you become? I know who I would become. I'm very clear on it, and I've already lived it for periods of time. I'm still a work in progress, as I'll tell anyone who will listen to me. I'm no saint, but I think saints have a lot to teach us. So many great spiritual teachers. You just go on the path of exploring. Google is, what a divine gift Google is, right? YouTube. Just go on, just follow your gut, follow your intuition. And there's so many free, completely accessible pieces of amazing, divinely inspired information out there. Just follow your nose, follow your heart. See what you find. You found this podcast. So thank you for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed some hot off the presses information from the latest Abraham workshop in Greenwich, Connecticut, on April 21st, 2018. This is Matt O'Grady from MattO'GradyCoaching.com signing off. Hope I gave you some good food for thought. And I want you to know I love you and I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you listening and sharing and commenting and writing me emails, and all that you do means the world to me. So, thank you.